every goddamn time. I swear to God. Every time. Every time this team looks like we're set, like we're gonna win it all, somebody gets hurt, and usually that somebody is Joel Embiid. God, I hate being a Sixers fan. I'm so tired of this shit, and I love Embiid. He's my favorite player. As many injuries as he as he has had, I still wouldn't even consider trading him for anyone else. He looked like the best player in the entire NBA this season when he was healthy. He really did. He's a Defensive Player of the Year level defender. He's an MVP level player overall. He might be the best player in the entire NBA when healthy. Not saying he is. I know Steph Curry's still out there absolutely balling. James Harden, LeBron James sometimes. Like, he's looked suspect in these playoffs too. But the other day, that goddamn meniscus, not the knee that's been bothering him all season, but he tore his meniscus. It's a light tear. So there is hope in this, okay? If this was a real meniscus tear, a real meniscus injury, this video would just be me crying. And I'm only half joking. Like, I probably would actually cry. Because, I mean, man, we had a clear path to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he got hurt. I mean, we just had to beat the Hawks in the second round, and yeah, they've been good, but the Hawks don't stand a chance against us. That series is 6 games at its absolute best. No way in hell it goes to a Game 7. If Embiid was healthy, I don't know. He's obviously not going to play tonight against the Wizards. And presumably we win tonight because we are at home. The Wizards don't have Bertans. They don't have Thomas Bryant. We should be able to beat them even without Embiid. And even if we somehow don't, we should be able to beat them in Game 6, which might even be better because it's more time for him to rest. I don't know. We should not have an issue against the Wizards. The Hawks, however, in the second round, that's a team we need Embiid to beat. They're very, very good on the perimeter. He absolutely owns Capella, who will have his way against Dwight Howard or whatever player we pretend to play at center when Dwight Howard's off the floor. We definitely need Embiid if we're going to beat the Hawks. If he plays, it shouldn't be that tough of a series, but if he does not play, it's very, very possible for the Hawks to beat us in the playoffs. Because I don't believe in Ben Simmons. He's proven time and time again he cannot step up when the moment calls for it. We need Joel Embiid. The good news with this injury, like I said, it's not a real meniscus tear, it is a minor tear, which means 2 things. The 2 options are either Embiid gets surgery, he's out about 2 weeks, and he comes back 100%. Or, he doesn't get surgery, he plays through it, and he struggles with it for the rest of the playoffs and prays it doesn't get worse. Unfortunately, because this happened late in the series, if this happened in like Game 1, I would say Embiid should just get the surgery and just we hope for the best at that point. But now, we're definitely going to need him against the Hawks, and even if we did beat the Hawks, he might still be out by the time we get to the conference finals. So, we need him to play through it. We need Joel Embiid to play through this injury, and pray it doesn't get worse, and pray he is at least 90% of what he normally is healthy, because if Joel Embiid's not healthy, the Sixers are fucked. They might not even beat the Hawks. They sure as hell don't stand a chance against the Nets or the Bucks without a Joel Embiid who is playing like the MVP he was this season. This makes me so sad. I'm still hopeful. I'm crossing my fingers. There's a chance. I mean, the Eastern Conference Finals are very much within reach, even if Embiid's only at 50% for that series against the Hawks, but there's no way we beat the Bucks or the Nets unless Embiid's playing like a superstar. There's just not. This team, I really believe, could have made the finals and won the championship this season. I really believe that. And now we're fucking hurt. It's just sad. I didn't have a real point with this video. I'm sorry for any of you watching this if you were expecting something like more to it. This is just a Sixers fan who is very, very depressed now. And, man, I hate being a fan of the Sixers. This is how it is every year. Last year was Ben Simmons. The year before that, Embiid was also hurt in the playoffs. He was technically hurt in his rookie year, but that didn't even really matter. That was his first year on the floor. And then for years before that, somebody was injured. This is how it always is. It's how it always frickin' is. So, I just gotta sit here and hope for the best. I really, really hope that Embiid ends up being fine. We can pull off some kind of crazy playoff run. I mean, you've seen how many injuries Kobe Bryant played through in the playoffs, but Kobe Bryant wasn't 7'1". His body was, I mean, first of all, also most players are not Kobe Bryant, and they're not able to play through crazy injuries, but also, it's a little bit different when a dude like Kobe who's 6'5", 6'6" gets hurt than when a dude who's 7'1" gets hurt. There's a little bit different in the body. For example, Kobe probably would never had a little tear like this because his body's not being stretched to over 7 feet long. So I'm straight up rambling at this point. Straight up rambling. I'm just going to end the video here, but just know that I'm depressed. And Embiid, if any of you are Sixers fans, please pray with me that this man gets better because we really had our chance to win the title this year and now it might be gone. I hate my life.